When Lucifer ended with Season 6 in September 2021, fans were left with a bittersweet feeling. The story wrapped up beautifully, but who can deny the pang of sadness at saying goodbye to the devil we'd come to love? And just when we thought it was all over, whispers of a potential Season 7 started floating around. Could Lucifer really make a comeback? The show first graced our screens in August 2016 on Fox. It was a quirky mix of crime-solving, celestial drama, and that irresistible charm of Tom Ellis as Lucifer Morningstar. But after 3 seasons, Fox decided to pull the plug. Thankfully, Netflix swooped in, resurrecting the series and giving it a chance to grow into the phenomenon it is today. By the time it wrapped up in Season 6, the show had won over millions, cementing its place as a modern cult classic. So why are we talking about Season 7? Well, showrunners Joe Henderson and Ildi Modrovich haven't entirely closed the door. Joe Henderson has expressed optimism about revisiting the show, even if it's not in the same format. He's got plenty of love for the cast and crew, which fuels the hope that Lucifer could return. Modrovich went full creative mode and suggested Lucifer the musical on Broadway. Can you imagine that? All the celestial drama, but with jazz hands and dance numbers. Henderson even threw in the idea of an animated series. These ideas showcase how flexible Lucifer is as a concept. The devil, his therapist, and his celestial family could thrive in so many formats, proving that this series still has a pulse. But this wouldn't be the first time Lucifer surprised us with a comeback. Remember Season 5? It was supposed to be the farewell season, but Netflix decided to squeeze out one more round with Season 6. That surprise renewal gave us an emotional and well-rounded conclusion. So, could lightning strike twice? If there's one thing Lucifer has taught us, it's to expect the unexpected. On the other hand, if a Lucifer mini-series were to happen, I'd be all in. Think about it, a short, tightly woven story that brings back all the charm, wit, and emotional depth of the original series without overstaying its welcome. It could be the perfect way to revisit the characters we love without disrupting the closure the finale gave us. For starters, there's so much potential for a mini-series to explore untapped angles. Maybe we follow Lucifer and Chloe on a single high-stakes mission that forces them to return to Earth. What if heaven and hell are in chaos because of some celestial loophole, and only the devil and his detective can fix it? Or perhaps Rory's timeline needs tweaking, and her parents are thrown into a cosmic game of cause and effect. And of course, no Lucifer revival would work without Tom Ellis. He is, quite literally, the face of the devil. But let's not forget that before Season 6, contract negotiations between Ellis and Warner Brothers Television almost fell apart. They managed to reach an agreement last time, but would Ellis be willing to don the devil suit again? That remains a big question mark. However, when Tom Ellis speaks, you can't help but listen. The man who charmed millions as Lucifer, the devilish consultant solving crimes and sweeping Chloe Decker off her feet, has finally spilled the beans on what it would take for him to reprise the role. And trust me, his conditions aren't what you'd expect. Let's rewind a bit. Ellis wrapped up his run as Lucifer in 2021 after 6 roller coaster seasons. The story ended with Lucifer abandoning hell, embracing his role as a celestial therapist for lost souls, and reuniting with Chloe in eternity. It was the perfect goodbye. Or was it? Fans have been clamoring for more, but Ellis isn't about to give in so easily. In a podcast interview with Michael Rosenbaum, Ellis made it clear, a 7th season? Not happening. But a movie? Now that's a maybe, if the script is stellar. Not just good, stellar. And he won't return just because there's money to be made. Ellis drew an interesting comparison to his time on the British comedy Miranda. Remember that gem? Only 20 episodes were made, and yet it's still iconic. Why? Because creator Miranda Hart knew when to walk away. She didn't want to overdo it, and Ellis admires that restraint. It's the classic leave them wanting more philosophy, a far cry from Hollywood's milk it till it's dry approach. So what exactly did Ellis say? He explained that while TV has its limits, a movie could open new doors, but he's adamant about not diluting Lucifer's legacy just for the sake of nostalgia or cash. And let's be real, how many shows have fallen into the trap of overstaying their welcome? But if Season 7 does happen, there's a treasure trove of stories to explore. How about Lucifer's therapy sessions in hell? Imagine him helping tormented souls find closure. It's the devil as a life coach. Or what about Chloe adjusting to her role as a lieutenant without Lucifer by her side? Linda raising baby Charlie, Mazikeen's life as a bounty hunter, or even Amenadiel balancing fatherhood with his celestial duties? The possibilities are endless, and each one is dripping with potential drama and heart. But here's the catch. Season 6 ended with such emotional depth that adding more could risk undoing its legacy. Would a 7th season enhance the story or water it down? That's the real dilemma. The finale was emotional, satisfying, and tied up most loose ends. Lucifer chose to help damned souls in hell find redemption, while Chloe stayed on Earth to raise their daughter Rory. They reunite only after Chloe's death, spending eternity together. It's a bittersweet but definitive conclusion. But here's where things get interesting. A movie could explore an entirely new angle without undoing the show's ending. Maybe Lucifer and Chloe return to Earth for one last mission, something big enough to warrant their comeback, but not so grand that it overshadows their previous journey. A side quest, if you will. After all, who wouldn't want to see the devil and his detective back in action, solving crimes with that same irresistible chemistry? Ellis also acknowledged the incredible cast that made Lucifer what it was. From Lauren German's fiercely intelligent Chloe to Kevin Alejandro's Dan detective douche Espinoza, every character brought something special to the table. Reviving the show without this ensemble wouldn't just feel wrong, it could be wrong. And let's not forget the behind-the-scenes magic. The showrunners, Ildi Modrovich and Joe Henderson, gave us a perfect blend of humor, drama, and heartfelt moments. They ended the show on a high note, something Ellis deeply respects. To attempt another season or even a movie without their vision, that's a no-go for him. Still, the idea of a Lucifer movie is tantalizing. It could be a chance to reunite the cast, revisit the beloved characters, and give fans one last hurrah. But it would have to be done right. Ellis made that crystal clear. No half-baked scripts, no cash grabs, just a well-crafted story that honors the legacy of Lucifer Morningstar. As of now, Henderson and Modrovich haven't committed to any new projects. That leaves the door wide open for a potential reunion with the Lucifer team. Not everyone is on board with the Season 7. Many fans feel that the show ended on a high note and doesn't need to return. If you're as hyped as we are, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for all the latest updates on Lucifer's potential return. And let us know in the comments, what would you love to see in a Lucifer revival? Until then, stay devilishly curious.